Good day to you. As Victor Hugo so wisely said, an invasion of armies can be resisted, but not an idea whose time has come. The Association of Foreign Property Owners is turning out to be an idea whose time has come. There has never before been so many people from one country deciding to either invest surplus capital and income in a second home in another country, or to move to another country, or maybe to do the first thing first and then some years later follow on with the second. But whilst there are always many estate agents, lawyers, advisors in every country where people are attracted to investing or moving to, the issues that surround that activity of investing abroad, of a foreigner buying in another country, straddle the law and taxation and culture of the country that is their homeland, from which they are either investing or leaving, and the law and taxation and language and culture of the country that they are arriving into. And it's rare, in fact all but impossible, to be able to affordably access the correct advice, information and know-how simultaneously in both countries, from one and the other, let alone in plain clear British English. That is what the Association of Foreign Property Owners provides to its members, among other things. It provides a library of podcasts or videos covering all of the issues that arise, that include information, advice and instruction concerning both ends of that rainbow. Information is available to associate members, which are free of charge. Then that double-sided information, homeland and new country, in greater depth, involving step-by-step tutorials about how to do things that are backed up by AFPO experts to full members. We call this combination of information podcast videos that lead on to be tutorials informatorials. Informatorials are a combination of the words information and tutorial, because that is what they are. These videos are freely accessible to associate membership in the information stage of their journey. AFPO calls this the getting to know stage, getting to know Greece, getting to know Spain, and so on. Those information podcast videos tell about possible issues, possible problems, or simply provide information on every topic that anyone in that position would need. And those information podcast videos often lead to tutorial podcast videos which are available to full members. Thus, a full member can follow a tutorial step by step so as to be able to do things themselves, or at least know what is being done for them by professional advisors if they employ them. Whether that is to obtain a visa or residency, write an appropriate will, transport a dog or another animal from one place to the other, and so on. Whatever the topic is, the information comes from experts at both ends, and yet membership is a modest £150 per year, where members are only expected to be full, which means paying members, for as long as they need this level of up-to-date expert detailed tuition. At other times, as registered associate members, which is free, they receive a periodic newspaper and access to the relevant AFPO information library. And how is that possible? It happens because AFPO is a membership organisation. When an associate AFPO member needs something that would otherwise cost them probably a lot of money or be difficult to obtain, they can then upgrade from associate to full AFPO member and draw down on the AFPO step-by-step tutorial resources. For example, a far from simple thing of writing a will correctly to cover assets in one country, thus in both countries, writing a will in your own country as well as in the country in which you own property abroad can be quite complicated, with potential bear traps, and can easily cost $400, $500 at each end, whereas obtaining the information via AFPO, which makes it possible to write it yourself for next to nothing, or at least understand the issue yourself, so that the actual process of writing the will is far, far less expensive, as well as being much better informed, creates a perfect solution. And how does that work? Well, it's simple. Full AFPO membership is £150 for a year, but you don't have to be a member every year. So if you want to transport an animal write a will, obtain residency, or any of the other 100 things, then you buy full membership at that point, either for $150 or it can be paid as £15 a month for as long as you need it. And whilst you are a full member, you have access to the information and the tutorial part of the AFPO library of informatorial courses of podcasts and videos backed up by PDFs and backed up by AFPO experts. So to refresh, as a free associate member, you can access the information part of the courses. And by upgrading to become a full member at any time, you can access the whole informatorial information, tutorial broadcast videos, often PDFs and all. And then when the task's done, you can drop back to being an associate member, though many people just remain as full members ad infinitum and poke their nose into every informatorial course that they are attracted to. And how does that work? Well, at any one time, there are members contributing £150 per year or £15 per month, which makes it possible for the association, which is owned and run by its members, to put money behind obtaining the correct expert advice and solutions at both ends, to update existing podcast video courses and create new courses. The investment into know-how is converted into videos, and those video courses in particular topics are available to full members. In addition, the information part is available to free associate members. And so the fact that at any one time, possibly hundreds of associate members move up a gear to full membership, paying £150, creates the investment needed to build or update course materials. So that instead of each of those members having to pay a lawyer or fees to somebody in order to get to know something or have something done for them, scores or sometimes hundreds of full members contributing together enables their AFPO branch to fund that know-how, often enabling members to do it themselves and do it well. Often the know-how does not change from one year to the next or changes a little, but an important part of the AFPO ethos is that through membership subscriptions, information is kept up to date. Every podcast video course is checked periodically and updated. AFPO is still in the process of growing, and so there may not yet be a full active AFPO branch or sub-branch in the country that you want to move to, though the central AFPO hub in the UK is very likely to be able to offer some assistance, in fact probably quite a lot of assistance, no matter where you have in mind. When there is an up and running AFPO in that country, then in addition to the UK AFPO hub, there would also be, for example, AFPO Cyprus, which is AFPOC, or AFPO Spain, which is AFPOS, and so on, to join. And so your first step will be to inquire to see just what exactly AFPO has on the ground in the country where you are, interested in investing money, interested in a holiday home or in a touristic rental property, or where you are going to look to buy a home or one day go to live in that country. So now, take one of two steps. Simply send an email with your contact details to become an associate member to register@afpo.org.uk, afpo.org.uk, for a fact pack and assistance from the new member team. If the benefits, however, already look obvious to you, then follow the link and pay to join today as a full member, either £150 for 1 year, which brings 3 immediate services of value, or £15 per month, which brings those services over 3 months. The first service is your own AFPO online members lounge. I'm not going to describe that here. You'll find another information video about that in detail. 2, quality language translation facility, and the same applies there. You can hear all about that in another podcast. And 3, your personal hobby site, which is a bit of fun, about your overseas adventure. These 3 things come to you over the first 3 months if you are paying on a monthly basis, or pretty much as fast as you can handle them if you join for £150 for the year. So, I hope that this has provided you with a useful, quick and easy overview of AFPO, the Association of Foreign Property Owners, and that we hear from you. Good day to you.